Welcome to a brand new season of the Restart Recharge podcast. I'm your co host, Matthias Hülse, and I couldn't be more excited to kick off season 5 with all of you, our amazing community of educators, coaches, and leaders. Over the past 4 seasons, we've tackled the challenges and celebrated the triumphs of instructional coaching, always with the goal of empowering you to transform education in meaningful ways. This season, we're stepping it up with fresh perspectives, actionable insights, and of course, inspiring conversations. We've been busy this break, exploring all kinds of topics with some of the most entertaining and insightful guests we've had so far. Whether you've been with us since episode 1 or are tuning in for the first time, thank you for joining us on this journey. Together, let's continue exploring innovative practices, celebrating successes, and finding new ways to recharge the work we do every day. So settle in and get ready as we dive into our first episode of Season 5. Calling all instructional coaches, curriculum specialists, teachers on special assignment, or whatever they call you. I'm Matthias Hülse.
And I'm Katie Ritter. As instructional coaches, we are often responsible for our own professional learning and can sometimes feel pretty isolated in our role.
That's why we're here, bridging the gap with a wealth of tips, tricks, and building a community of coaches.
So hit the restart button with us.
Recharge your coaching batteries.
And hopefully you'll leave feeling just a little bit less on your own coaching island.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get this party started.
Woo!
Yeah, that's it. That's the energy. I feel like I need to hear that from my guests.
Woo!
There we go. Okay. Thank you very much for being here. Today, we're tackling a common challenge in education, how instructional coaches and administrators can align their efforts to create a supportive, goal-driven environment for teachers and students. Miscommunication and mismatched priorities can stall progress, but this workshop bridges the gap with practical strategies and tools that bring coaches and admins onto the same page. From goal alignment activities to creating effective meeting structures, this program is all about fostering collaboration and achieving success together. Today, we're thrilled to host 2 incredible members of our team.
Yes.
First up, we have Tori Mollett, an instructional design coach with a passion for helping educators bring creativity and innovation into their classrooms. Tori's journey has taken her through years of teaching in rural districts around Cincinnati and advanced studies at Miami University. Tori brings a wealth of knowledge and a deep love for literature, travel, and the art of storytelling in education. She's also a fan of finding hidden treasures while antiquing. Maybe we'll even pick her brain about some hidden treasures for instructional coaching.
Oh, there's your line.
That's the
wasn't
line.
it?
I was proud of that line.
Love it. And welcome, Tori. We're so glad to have you on as a guest on the pod. And I have the pleasure of reintroducing Tyler Erwin, who's our Assistant Director of Curriculum and Integration here at Forward Edge and oversees our coaching team. With over 8 years of coaching experience and 6 years in the classroom, Tyler is a Google certified trainer and coach who's been a voice for educational innovation on national platforms, including the National Teacher of the Year conference. He's passionate about creating impactful learning experiences for educators and students alike, and when he's not working, he's exploring the great outdoors or cheering for those poor Bengals. Tyler brings a dynamic perspective on leadership and tech integration, making him the perfect fit for today's conversation. Sorry, Tyler, to start it off on an angry foot for you with the Bengals.
Yeah, who wrote that description?
Yeah.
I mean, can we just...
I improvised a little bit.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Look, in all fairness, we're banking this episode. We don't know when it will air, so
That's true.
the Bengals might be doing great when this airs, so who knows?
Or the season could be long over.
Or that.
Probably more likely.
Okay, so we all know, and I think our listeners can empathize about the importance of coach-admin relationships and really ensuring that we're on the same page. We know from having conversations with our coaches here at Forward Edge, with coaches across the country, that sometimes coaches can feel a little bit between a rock and a hard place about, feeling almost at their wits' end or like, what can they do to advance the conversation? So Tyler and Tori spearheaded a collaborative workshop with our coaches and the building and district administrators in the districts they serve to help better align their work. And so that's as much as I'm going to say. Tyler, I'm going to turn it over to you. I just want to lay that groundwork a little bit about the workshop itself. Could you please talk about some of the goals that we were trying to achieve that probably many other coaches can resonate with that are listening?
Yeah, well, we've just found that administrators all across the country are extremely busy. Principals have no shortage of things on their plate. And maybe far down the list, especially in certain districts, it may be the instructional coaching support that they have within their districts that helps their teachers. It's something they're not necessarily spending a lot of time thinking about or trying to make more or less effective. And so we wanted to create this workshop and this experience to help clarify those roles, to help reestablish, if it needed to be, reconnect district administrators with the instructional coaches serving in their buildings every day. We also wanted to take the opportunity to have them create this really good, consistent channel of communication. If it hadn't been there before, this workshop was meant to establish that and support it. And then I think the last thing that we ultimately wanted to get from this entire experience is once the connection had been either established or reestablished, once the role of the coach had been clarified, and once the administrator felt more comfortable with like the communication cadence and how they were going to, go back and forth and reconnect throughout the year, ultimately wanted it to lead to the coach supporting that administrator and their building or district goals. Not
Mhm.
only seeing like, okay, this is what the coach can do for my teachers, but this is what the coach can do for me, the goals I'm striving to achieve, the initiatives I'm looking to accomplish within my building, taking it from, hey, they're here for your teachers, out of sight, out of mind. If they're supporting, great. To no, they're not only here for my staff, but they can also champion the things that I'm trying to accomplish within the district as well. And I think that those would probably be the biggest outcomes that we were trying to achieve. Pretty lofty outcomes for a 2.5 hour workshop, but nonetheless, that was kind of the goal going in. And I think that it ended up being a pretty great experience for everybody who participated.
That's awesome. And we're going to get into some concrete strategies and things that we did in the workshop that other people could take away. But I'd like you to speak before we turn it over to Tori. I'd like you to speak so those were the goals. What would you say? What were some of the administrators' reactions in the room? How do you feel like some of those goals were or maybe were not achieved?
There was definitely some like aha moments of, wow, I didn't know that our instructional coaches could help with that. Or what meets the eye is maybe not necessarily all that they're capable of or all that they can support. We showcased how what on the outside may look like a non-technology based goal, because all of our instructional coaches have a focus in technology, what might look like a goal about community engagement or possibly personalization, trying to help districts further their connection to the community of, outside of the four walls of their building. That might not look like a goal that our coach can support, but our coaches can. There's so many different things that they can do that can support those goals to further some like non-technology related goals within the district. So there was an aha moment of like, wow, they are capable of so much more than maybe we're using them for. I would also say they were pretty self-reflective and probably left thinking I could do more. Maybe invite them to meetings I never thought they should be a part of, or reach out and see how things are going within the buildings they serve. Maybe we haven't connected as often as we should have. I'd really like to improve that going into second semester. So I think it was good for both the coach and the administrators who attended because it helped both sides see, yes, I can stay in my lane and focus on instructional technology, but there's so many ways that that weaves into other areas of the building culture, the goals of the building, the ways in which they can support teachers and administrators. So I think it opened a lot of eyes and maybe helped them take a little bit of accountability for how they can be a part of the coach's success too. So I think
I
that
love
was a
that.
great outcome.
That makes my coach heart happy.
Yeah, wonderful. And Tori, you were attending as a participant, but you were there with one of your admin from your district as well. So you got to see the coach's perspective a little bit more. Tyler mentioned a couple of aha moments. Have you had any clear and obvious aha moments that came from there? It's like, oh, I did not consider this, or
I've had quite a few, but one of the biggest ones that stands out is when you're in the hustle and bustle of the day, it can be a little frustrating when you feel like you're a broken record and you're saying these things. But from the perspective of stepping into the administrative shoes, it's not that they're turning a cold shoulder to you. It's that their phones are blowing up at all times of the day with this problem, the bathroom's closed, so-and-so lost their Chromebook, all these different things. So it's not that they're not tapping into your talent per se. It's that it's something that they might not have a full grasp of, and they don't have the time to sit down and think about it. The whole experience was a lot like a factory reset for my admin and I to really sit down, get away from that hustle and bustle of the day, and talk about how we can really collaborate and make coaching and the pulse of the district work together for the good of the teachers and the students.
Yeah, that's awesome. I would like to go a little bit more into the concrete. What were some of the activities? What was maybe one activity, Tori, that you thought absolutely blew your mind and connected you all of a sudden or showed you something new?
Blew your mind might be a stretch, but
Okay. Hey, it was a great workshop.
It was a great workshop. I think it was not so much for me because I've seen these things working in other districts as Katie and Tyler have put them out there, but it was my admin. I actually had two admin there that know why I'm there, but kind of heard it from a different voice with all these statistics and data backing it up and showing why it's an important thing or why coaching works in districts. So having other people, other coaches, other admin from districts across the area coming together and being like, this is what it looks like in my district. This is what it looks like in my area. It really did feel like a retreat, honestly. It felt like stepping away from everything and discussing the plethora of things that coaching can offer people. The aha moment was really pausing and listening to other people who have expertise on this.
so, Tori, it sounds like maybe getting out of the context of the school building or district office was a key contributor to allowing everyone to focus on the conversations around district goals and coaching. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but would you agree?
You took the words right out of my mouth because that's exactly what I'm thinking. It was crucial to get them away from the fast-paced admin lifestyle in the district so that they can focus on what's right in front of them. Their phones were flipped over on their faces so that they weren't looking at any notifications. They were like, the APs have it handled. We're focusing on what we're doing right this second and what it looks like and how we can collaborate and really put the coaches to work. I think that's a crucial element, getting them out of their environment and in a different one for the day to really focus on coaching and what it can be.
That's awesome. And you said that you had two admin. One was the district level and one was the high school principal, correct?
Yes, it was. We're doing some admin shuffling in my district. So we've got, like you said, the district level and then building level. So it was perfect.
Okay. And then who would you say, if you had to say that it made a bigger impact with one of them or your relationship with one of them over the other, who would you say the biggest impact was for?
Definitely my building level admin. The district level has been supportive from day one, but she is not in the building all day, every day, out and about. She's handling those district level tasks. Having my building level admin step away and just look at me in the face and be like, all right, what can we do? How can we support each other? That was so eye-opening for both of us. And it was like, you could feel the difference before the workshop and after and how things shifted. I was in his office Monday morning at 7:05 the following Monday to crack out a plan to go forward. And everything's changed since then.
I love that.
Looking for a program that reaches all teachers in learning new tools to integrate in their lessons? Edu Badges is the answer. Edu is an anytime, anywhere badging program that is designed to take bite-sized tools for instruction and teach teachers how to use them. Edu has received the ISTE Seal of Alignment for educator standards, and each badge in our expanding library is aligned to the ISTE standards and the SAMR model. Learn more about the program that teachers call addicting at forward-edge.net/edubadges.
Unlock the full potential of instructional coaching with Forward Edge, your partner in professional growth. Instructional coaches play a vital role in supporting teachers, students, and administrators across the district. And research consistently highlights coaching as a powerful catalyst for improved teacher instruction and enhanced student achievement. But here's the question: who's supporting the coach? Enter Forward Edge, your dedicated ally in professional development. Our flexible mentorship options, recognized by the ISTE Seal of Alignment, are tailored to meet your unique needs as an instructional coach. So ready to elevate your coaching journey? Visit forward-edge.net to explore how we can empower you with the knowledge and support you need. Start your journey with us today.
Thank you so much for joining us this episode. We hope you found it packed with practical strategies and inspiring ideas to take back to your schools. And here's a little sneak peek. This is just the beginning. If today's discussion sparked your interest, you won't want to miss part 2. We'll dive even deeper into the workshop and go into more detail about the exact activities and the things we did during this workshop that made an impact. Mark your calendar and make sure you tune in next time. As always, we'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, feedback, or any questions you have about today's topic on our social media or through our website. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to leave a review. It really helps us reach more educators and coaches just like you. Until next time, stay inspired, stay innovative, and keep making an impact. Thanks for spending time with us today. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with an educator friend.
And connect with us on social media at RRCoachCast to let us know what you thought of the episode and what topics you want us to discuss next.
New episodes drop every other Tuesday. Be sure to subscribe to Restart Recharge wherever you listen to podcasts.
So press the restart button.
Recharge your coaching batteries and leave feeling equipped and inspired to coach fearlessly with the Restart Recharge podcast.
A Tech Coach Collective.